Premier League just charged Manchester City with violating its regulations from 2009 to the current season. And it seems to be a very serious situation because one potential punishment is literally being ejected from England's top division. And this is Manchester City we're talking about, a team that actually wins trophies. Jokes aside, it seems like the Premier League really does want to get to the bottom of this, because if not, they wouldn't have said anything in the first place. I mean, I know many people are thinking that Man City is just going to get a fine and a slap on the wrist and that's it, and that this will be old news soon. But I don't think it's just going to be shrugged off so easily. For starters, it seems like the investigation has been going on for years. Also, if the Premier League didn't want this to be a big issue, they could have just stayed quiet and swept it under the rug. Maybe they're doing all this just to have Man City pay a hefty fine, and that's money that's going to go towards the league. But are we sure that the league would go through all this trouble just for some extra cash? I mean, think about it like this. Whatever the decision is here, it will leave a precedent and will send a message out to the rest of the club. So it's up to the league to determine if their message is going to be, oh yeah, you guys can totally break the rules and nothing's going to happen to you, or they can be like, y'all better watch out. So now that I've hopefully somewhat successfully argued that it's a pretty big deal, let's break down exactly what Manchester City did. I was going to go through every rule listed in the official statement for every year, but as I was doing exactly that, I realized that these rules basically repeat themselves in every new edition of the handbook, and the Premier League already did a great job at summarizing the rules. Okay, so the first set of rules that the Premier League focuses on have to do with acting in good faith as a member of the league with regarding their financial information and presenting a true and fair view of the club's financial position. Now, this includes revenues such as sponsorships and its operating costs. The league is alleging that Man City broke a combination of these rules in each season from 2009-2010 to the 2017-2018 season. Back in November 2018, a German publication reported exactly on this. He reported that City inflated the value of their sponsorship deals with organizations related to their owners, such as the state-owned airline and the telecoms company. So besides those set of rules, the Premier League also contends that City violated UEFA's financial fair play regulations for seasons from 2013-2014 to seasons 2017-18. And this is something that UEFA themselves accused City of doing. I don't know if you remember, but back in 2020, UEFA hit City with a 2-season ban from the European competition for breaching their rules, but the suspension was eventually overturned due to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, aka the sport's highest court, and they sided with City's arguments that the allegations were outside of UEFA's statute of limitations and ended up only getting a $10 million fine. Now, statute of limitations just means that it's the time period that you're supposed to bring the claims in, and anything outside of that, or you waited too long, means you missed your window. And that's exactly what happened here. And yes, this means that City did get away due to a technicality rather than the full merits of the case, meaning that it's possible that City was actually in violation of these rules. But oh well. But it seems like this won't be the case when it comes to the Premier League rules violations, because it doesn't seem like there is a statute of limitations that would get City to just get off scot-free. Okay, so the next set of rules broken focuses on remuneration, aka payments to the manager and to its players. Now, club members are required to disclose full details on this and their respective contracts, and it seems like Man City was not doing this. The league alleges that they broke the manager rule in each season from 2009-2010 season to 2012-2013 season when Roberto Mancini was in charge, while the player rule was violated in each season from 2010-2011 to 2015-2016 season. If you're liking my videos so far, a sub to the channel would be rich. Next set of rules are regarding profitability and sustainability. These rules require clubs to disclose how owners plan to cover losses. I believe a club's losses covered can't exceed £105 million over any 3-year period in the Premier League. City was charged for breaking these rules from 2015-2015 to the 2017-2018 campaign. And finally, the Premier League is also alleging that Manchester City, since December of 2018, have not been cooperating regarding these investigations by not providing documents and information requested by the league. Now, City denies this and have come out and said that they'll do anything to cooperate. So what now, though? Well, the investigation of these allegations are to be dealt with by a commission that is independent of the league. This commission will appoint an independent chair of the Premier League Judicial Panel, which will then be in charge of making a decision. But the league just wants to make sure that they recollect as much evidence as possible. There's a lot of rumors out there regarding the specific acts City did to cause all these violations, but the league hasn't released that information yet, so it really is all speculation. Unfortunately, it seems like these proceedings in front of the commission will be confidential and be heard in private, and it won't be until the commission gives its final decision that it will be published to the public. But I mean, leaks happen, so we'll see. And if you want any updates, you'll definitely want to be subscribed so you don't miss anything. But I'm pretty sure Man City will try to prolong this as much as they possibly can, so I guess we'll just have to wait.